Tony Hackworth. Good evening.
Good evening, Goose. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you, mate. As always on the Codcast, I've thrown things open to the Whitby Town fans. Right. And on the subject of your goal scoring, we've got one from Tone here, who says, now, do you think your scoring ability and general all-round play, why has it been quite so good lately?
I think it comes with confidence, Goose, obviously. Winning games. Obviously, you win. The more you win, the more the team gets confidence, and then you get confidence in your own ability, and that's when the goals start to come more often. I think it's when you play when you're uptight and stuff, and you try and do things that maybe you wouldn't normally do in a game. But if you're confident and things come off, obviously, and it's paying off at the end because I'm scoring, so which is good.
Would you say you're a confidence player, Hacky?
I would just say I used to be, but obviously the older I'm getting, I think it's just more experience and stuff, I think, and just getting in the right positions, as I say. With us playing midfield for half of the season, well, just under half of the season, it's, for the first, obviously being shoved up front, it's just adjusting to playing up there again, and what you've got to do, instead of coming onto the ball, you're more holding it up and bringing others into play, so it's different, but obviously it's nice to get on the score sheet. So things are going well. We just need to keep it going. Obviously Tuesday was a bit of a blip against a good Ghazi side, but the chance is there for us to react and get back to winning ways Saturday.
Absolutely. Does it help playing alongside people like Jed Dalton and Andy Campbell, Hacky?
Of course it does. I mean, obviously Cammy's experienced player like myself, and I think it's working well playing three up there, because when we have lost the ball, Jed can drop in and Cammy does drop in on the left hand side, and then obviously when we break, we're breaking as a unit, and there's bodies going forward, which is why we're creating and scoring more goals. I think if there's two up there, if you flick it on, there's only one striker getting the end of it, but as a striker, if I'm flicking it on now, I know that either Cameron will be one side and Jed will be the other. So it puts more pressure on their back four. So things are working well.
Yeah, it's interesting because obviously you are playing the three of you up front, but I think the shape of it does tend to change because I've noticed that at times that Jed drops in behind yourself and Cammy, but also on Saturday we had yourself in the centre and Andy Campbell on one side of you and Jed on the other.
That's right. I think we do start with obviously three up, and like I said, when we do lose the ball, they tuck in. But as I say, Jed's he's an intelligent player, he is good at sitting in that hole just behind the front two and picking the ball up. And his game is running at players. And committing plays, which is why I get so many fouls in games and stuff. And no, but it is working well with Cammy on one side and Jed on the other, and me down the middle. It's just that's the way it's going. It's going really well. I think that's why the manager Harry's sticking with it.
Okay, Hacky. Of course, I spoke to Harry Dunn earlier on, and he mentioned that unfortunately Leon Scott may be struggling with an ankle injury.
Right.
And how do you think that might change the shape of the side, Hacky?
To be honest, I think, well, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't had a chance to speak to Harry because I didn't know about Leon, but I think he'll try and keep the same shape and just bring someone in the centre for Leon. I mentioned Alex maybe coming into the centre, or maybe giving Yaley a chance from the start, or pushing Ibby up from the back and into midfield and bringing Kevin Burgess back. So we've got options. I mean, a big miss because he's been playing really well lately, but we have got options to come in. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought Leon was outstanding on Saturday. One of a number of players who were very good, but yeah, certainly that was one of the best games I've seen him play for quite some time. Yeah,
I think he's brought into his game where he can get up and down the pitch, and I think he supports the front a lot better than he used to. But he does get about the pitch, and he's making tackles, and he's up and down. His energy levels have come on and on and on, and he just seems to be everywhere on the pitch at the minute. He's playing really well. So him being out on Saturday is obviously a big miss.
I was going to say, I mean, it must help you guys having a couple of real grafters in the midfield in Leon and Jimmy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's what it is, Goose. As a team, for some reason, obviously the formation's changed, but everyone is grafting and working hard all over the pitch. Not just the centre midfielders, not just us three up front, but as a unit, the team is working so hard to make it obviously hard for the opposition to not only score goals against us, but obviously when we're getting at them as well, we're getting at them as a unit and as going forward. So everyone's grafting for the cause, and it's working really well.
I was going to say, I mean, the shape of the side, I think is very good. I think the way it's organised. Obviously, you've got two big lads at the back, but also Whitby with his pace. Yeah. And equally on down the side, you've got two real hard-working players who can get up and down, can defend and attack in equal measure. We've obviously mentioned the midfield and the strikers, and of course a very experienced goalkeeper.
Exactly. I think, like you mentioned there, one thing that's come in from even the start of this season, back end of last season, whatever, is we've got pace in the side now. Obviously bringing Cammy in. I mean, there's not many quicker players than Cammy, to be honest, when he's running the players. Jed's good when he's running the ball. I think the overall pace in the side is much better, which is why, it's coming off at the minute, so it's all good.
Excellent. I mean, after the game at Guiseley on Tuesday, in the change room or on the bus afterwards, I mean, did you guys just sit down and have a proper chat about it, or?
Well, obviously the lads were gutted, but we knew, I mean, no team's going to go from now to the end of the season unbeaten, which Bradford showed the other night, so they got beat. And they're running away with the league a little bit at the minute. But obviously, it's just how you bounce back after a blip. And we're full of confidence going into Saturday to put it right again.
Do you still think that Bradford are the best side we've played this season?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're the strongest side. Obviously, when you let players such as Cammy go out on loan, they must have a decent squad of players. But we don't feel it. We just wish that we had more games. Obviously, more games left.
Yeah.
So we could give them a good go. But but they'd be the team to beat. I'd be surprised if they don't go up automatically this season.
Absolutely. Of course, the return game at Bradford, March the 20th, and that's been designated as our away Exiles Day, Hacky. So there'll be a few Blues fans from all over the country, hopefully converging on the Horsewall Stadium. So we'll get a bit of atmosphere going. I know you're enjoying all the support from the fans of late. Yeah,
it's been absolutely fantastic. The lads can't appreciate it more, especially when we go away from home. And I mean, Stocksbridge, it was unbelievable, really. I mean, I didn't play in the match; I was on the bench. But the atmosphere at Stocksbridge, we're getting dubbed 4-0, and you know, I mean, the atmosphere was still incredible, really, for a Tuesday night down at Sheffield in a cup tie. But that's the way they've been. The support's been fantastic. We just hope that they keep supporting us till now to the end of the season, and then we pay them back by getting them one of them first spots.
Absolutely, Hacky. I know the lads do enjoy it when you all run over to us when you score your goals. So as long as you keep doing that, I'm sure the noise will continue.
To jump in the middle, do you know what I mean? Because you get booked it. So I've just got to try and calm myself down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous, though, isn't it? You know, booking somebody for going to celebrate with their own fans is just crazy.
Absolutely, it's a stupid rule. It needs changing.
Absolutely.
Because you've been supporting a goal and supporting it with your own fans. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's rules at the minute, and that's how football is.
And now I've got a few stats here for you, Hacky.
Okay.
Referring to your own record, you've made 82 appearances for Whitby, 29 goals. So there you go. You're coming up to the 3-figure mark. There you go. Only two of those appearances were from the bench as well. Well, thanks very much for joining us, Hacky.
Appreciate it. No problem. Anytime.
Please keep banging those goals in.
I'll try my best. Cheers, mate.
Tony Hackworth, the Whitby Town captain there. And on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, a bus leaves the Turnbull Ground at 4 p.m, bound for Retford. I've been Andrew Snaith. Enjoy your football, and let's hope that Whitby get back on the winning trail.